Hello, everyone. So my name is Alena Kotovich, and I am BI engineer at SEMrush company. So I'm working in this sphere not so long as previous speakers. So I work in this area several years, but I really involved in it. So my stack for now it is SQL, Python, several BI tools, and of course Tableau. Tableau I'm using not only for my job, but also I like data art and data visualization, and I try to involve these tools into my hobbies. Today we have very controversial topic. It is analytics and reporting dashboards. Why you might need two dashboards for the same topic, and yes, why your executives don't love your dashboards. We love data. We love digging, go deeper into it. We love analyzing data. But our users just want to know some answers about how we are. So we try to add more charts, more filters, but adding more charts doesn't make a dashboard smarter, and adding more filters doesn't make it easier to use. I think that all of us had such situation when you create a great, pretty dashboard with lots of charts, with filters, drill downs, and etc. But after it, you saw how your users download your data to Excel file and try to calculate something because they couldn't find something in your current dashboard. So it means that your dashboard is complex. So to these users, it means that it is not easy to read. Let's discuss some, in the beginning, let's discuss some basic rules which you can use if you want to have understandable dashboard. So most of them calls like a Gestalt principles and things which I want to show you are based on these principles. Okay, I don't want to explain lots of theory here, you can Google it, but yeah, let's kick off with small tips. So the first of them is show only what helps make a business decision. It's mostly about requirements gathering. So you should have a good canvas, how you collect this information from your stakeholders, because it is, of course, it is the very beginning of your work with the dashboard, but you should start from it, and yeah, after it, try to collect this information properly. So, and after, when you try to build your dashboard, if the chart doesn't help answer questions from this questionnaire, it is a noise. It is not insightful. So the second one, it is make things easy to read. Keep labels clear, short, and straight. So no teeny text on the dashboard, no long decimals, no strange angles. So don't make your user turn their heads. It is obvious, but sometimes we forget about it. And don't overload the screen, too much information, no information. For example, here we see the chart. There are lots of colors, there are lots of words, but actually you couldn't understand the main question under the read. So, for example, we shouldn't split by color months. And here I couldn't understand how I can measure differences between categories, or how I should see this trend for one category. So in this case, it's better to use line charts, for example, and it will answer all these questions which I said before. The next one, and it is a big thing for a dashboard, it is a layout. So it should be clear. Here, small small introduction into theory. So the attention on the dashboards goes from the left upper corner to the right bottom corner. So it calls F pattern. It is the way how people scan your dashboard. So they shouldn't read your dashboard. They don't have so many time. They can only scan it. So try to put the main ideas into left upper corner. It is about label. It is about the title, about some warnings, about your main KPIs. But here you should define which metrics you want to show there. For example, for marketing dashboard, it will be LTVs, it could be some conversions, but for sales, it should be another metrics. Don't forget about proximity. It is about grouping also, because when people see your dashboard, they should have a smooth flow. For example, here we see the KPIs, and then we see some dynamics, and after it we can go deeper into some drill downs. So you can group charts into some groups by metrics, maybe by some dimensions, like by regions, and it will make your dashboard easy to understand and easy to navigate. Don't forget about visual hierarchy. So, of course, it is mainly about KPI cards, but yeah, if you want to highlight something, try to make it bigger, use bold font, etc. And yeah, if you need to add a table into your dashboard, you can put it in the bottom. So, as I said, the more general information should be in the top, and then your charts can be more and more detailed. Don't forget to add some space, because sometimes we try to save this space for something. But actually, if you will add some air into your dashboard, it will be more readable and really easier to find needful information. Reduce people's mental efforts. So when you add lots of noise on your dashboards, the person should clean it in their head to understand, is it needed information or not. So try to help your users. So here you can see two layouts, bad layout and good one. I tried to highlight some mistakes on the bad one. For example, here broken F pattern, because in the left upper corner we have filters. Filters, that is not the main idea of the dashboard. The main idea of the dashboard, it is its title. And under this title we can put additional text or warnings. But for now, this text in the bottom, I couldn't understand, is it important or not? Should I read it or not? So if we will put it in the upper corner, we make our user to read it. Try, of course, to group your metrics, to put, for example, not a table like here in the upper part. And yeah, for example, here we can put bar charts. We can move it to the left part and put this table down. So, and on the right side we have clear dashboard. So you can see that there are not lots of difficult charts. It is like line charts, bar charts, and area charts. So it is not difficult, but it makes it easier, it makes it more understandable. You can highlight some ideas here. For example, in the left upper corner here we have titles and legend for whole dashboard. So your user shouldn't search it somewhere on your dashboard. And yeah, Here we see some grouping. It also helps us to navigate somewhere. For example, person can, if he or she looking for performance, they will know that they can find it in this block. Okay, now let's look at two different types of dashboards because they are built for very different goals. For example, let's start with analytics dashboard. It helps us understand why something happened, find patterns, changes, or problems in the data. The main stakeholders here, it is product analysts, marketers, data managers, product owners. So it is people who need to make some research. They have like more accurate questions, like why did mobile retention go down? What worked well in the April campaign? And if they want to find these answers on your dashboard, they need some time charts like line charts and bar charts because they can find some trends. They need some filters, drill downs if they want to find some details in the dashboard. And yeah, sometimes we need tables with breakdowns in if we want to see each row. So, and of course, tooltip with extra information. Reporting dashboards has another goals. They should give us a quick view of what is going on, show if things are on track or if there is a problem. So, of course, our previous stakeholders, like product owners, can use it, but they will use it for reporting and for maybe they can make some screenshots and put this information into their presentation. But our main stakeholders here, it is executives, vice presidents, business leaders. These people don't have enough time. So their questions are very general. And for example, it is everything okay? So they have only a quick view on your dashboard. And if you want to show some information on the dashboard, in this case, you should use some KPIs, and also you need to understand which metrics you should show to your stakeholder here. Use color indicators, some maybe emojis, symbols. Don't forget to use some progress bars if it is important. For example, for sales, if we have some plans for this quarter, we need these progress bars. And interesting thing, it is short notes or comments, but I will say about it further. Here you can see like table with comparison, and I want to show you several examples after it with different dashboards. But one dashboard to rule them all almost never works, unfortunately. So we couldn't make one dashboard for all purposes. All different roles means different workflows and different needs. You can't be simple and flexible at the same time. One dashboard is a bad compromise here. Instead of this, we have several options. Like the first one, it is, yes, we have one data source, but we have two views or two workbooks. It also works, but I prefer to create two different data sources to these two different type of dashboards. Why? For example, reporting dashboard has another aggregation for the data. Your stakeholders, like your executives, don't want to see on it every day. They just have a quick view monthly, for example. And in this case, you need just monthly data in your dashboard without additional dimensions. So, and your data source will be smaller. And because of that, your dashboard also will be faster. But for analytics dashboard, you need more data. For example, if your stakeholders want to see data for several years and analyze these trends, they need data for several years and with different dimensions because they want to research it. Let's see several examples. So it is analytics dashboard. Here we can see lots of charts, lots of dimensions, different drill downs. So, for example, we have KPI, but these KPIs are already divided into some dimensions. Here it is by team, for example. We have filters, not lots of, but of course we can edit if our stakeholders want. We have split buys because for analysts it is the main thing to analyze it, to see the difference between teams. And of course we have detailed table with additional filters. It is great if you need to have this table. For example, here it is the tickets. We don't want to see at each ticket, we can just filter it from this table. And here we have reporting dashboard. It based on the same data, but here we don't have any additional filters. We have aggregated data by month because we know that our stakeholders want to see it only monthly. Here we have indicators, some additional information about plans. So try to understand when you gather your requirements from your stakeholders, try to get as much more details as you can. So one more example of reporting dashboard. I want just to highlight some tips which I found on the dashboards, and I want to use them, and I try to use them. For example, on this dashboard, we see lots of KPI cards, and it is useful because here you can see dynamic, you can see numbers, and if you want to go deeper, you can click on the left side and find some additional charts. But here I want to highlight arrows and symbols because it is already a decision. So it is easier to read than plus and minus. It is just about our brains. Labels inside charts, it is a good thing because in this case, your user shouldn't scan your dashboard one more time. So they can find this information in this KPI. Use color indicators. It is also, sometimes it is like alerting thing, but it is important. It is also save our mental efforts. And here I highlighted, but I think you couldn't read it. It is like user-friendly date. We can write this dashboard updated on 3rd of May. But actually, we can write it like this dashboard was updated today. So your user shouldn't compare these days in their head. They shouldn't go to the calendar. Use KPIs with arrows and contexts. So here you have not only a number, you have a story. So your number for current month looks like this, and it is less than previous, and it is because of that. It is just also a fast decisions which were created by your BI analyst, and you shouldn't analyze some additional things. And Spark clients. I like Spark clients, they look great and it shows dynamic. For example, here it is also with indicators. So, for example, you can use this Spark line and some dots which shows is it more or less than previous year. It is one of the analytical dashboards, and here I want to highlight this table. Actually, on the Tableau Public, it is more difficult to find analytics dashboard than executive one. So here we have lots of drill downs. So at the first time when you see this table, it looks like just, yeah, it is the detailed table. with some indicators, but actually it can be more detailed using these drill downs. And of course, filters, which we didn't see on the previous dashboards. So, yeah, and several more tips. Show progress towards the goal. It can be useful for some departments in your company. Add a short comment near the number. I like this advice, but it needs some time to create this data. So you need to predict what you can show. But if you have, for example, several KPIs on your dashboard and that's all, and you have time to write down some additional comments, it will be great. For example, here, slightly above the target, it is enough. So you can find the range when you can write such comment. And use cross-links to relevant dashboards. Not all executives don't have enough time. Some of them like data and also want to make some research based on your dashboard. So you can help them when you add some cross-links into your dashboard. So thank you for your attention. And remember that if you have a bad feedback on your dashboard, it means that it is interesting and somebody look at it. Yeah.